Hey folks, welcome to the Manager Minute. Today what we are doing is talking about how you can manage a struggling employee. Now there are lots of ways of working with someone who is struggling, but what I want to do is share really specific examples of how you can manage and help a struggling employee get back on the right course. So here's something that I've done with my teams for more than a decade, and it works every time. The exercise is really simple. All I want you to do is help your employees prioritize their projects. Now, there's a subtle difference here. I do not want you to prioritize their projects for them. I want you to help them prioritize their projects. So I'm going to take you through 5 steps on how you can exactly start doing that. So step 1 is making the ask or asking for their permission. Here's something you can try. Hey Jack, would you like to sit with me and go through your projects and figure out their priorities? You can tweak the words here, but the whole point of step 1 is building some safety by asking them for permission. Step 2 is giving them really clear instructions. Now, if they say, yeah, I'd love to take you through some of my projects and get your advice on how we can prioritize them, great. What I need you to do in step 2 is give them very clear instructions. And here's how you can actually do that. Hey, Jack, what I'd love for you to do is in our next one-on-one, make a list of all of your projects. And I want you to map the specific priority for each of these projects, low, medium, high. You can kind of go with anything you want to, but the whole point of this is for them to come prepared with a list of projects in order of priority, low to high, high to low, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Step 3 is where, and this is really important, I want you to put the ball in their court. And here's what I mean by that. In step 3, I want you to ask them, hey, Jack, why don't you take me through your projects and kind of explain to me why you've chosen the priorities that you have. And this is really important because you're going to be tempted to interrupt them. If they say, hey, I think this is a high priority and you think it's a low priority, you'll want to be like, no, I don't think this is a low priority or this is a high priority. I do not want you to interrupt them. I know it's really tempting, but I want you to really give them a chance to explain their rationale. Folks, this is really important because what we're really trying to do is we're trying to teach our employees how they can prioritize for themselves. Now, when they are taking you through these specific priorities that they've mapped to their projects, all I want you to do is I want you to get really curious. Being curious is a really amazing leadership skill to have. And the way you can become curious is by asking them more follow-up questions, which is, hey, Jack, tell me more. Why do you think this is really low on the priority level or scale? Or why do you think this is really high? I'd really want you to try hard to give them an opportunity to explain themselves. Now, here's where the magic really happens, okay? And I've done this too many times that it happens 9 out of 10 times. When employees are telling you why they've prioritized certain things, they themselves will correct some of the priorities. You know why? Because when they're speaking out loud, when they are explaining, when they're answering your questions, they're going to start to understand, you know what? I don't think this is that high of a priority. Or you know what? I don't think this is that low of a priority. So this is what I call the self-correction phase, where they are actually going to adjust some of their original priorities. Great. Now, step 4 is where you get to tell them, hey, I don't think this priority is as low as you think it is. And here is my reasoning for it. Or I don't think this priority is as high as you think it is. This is my reasoning for it. A lot of times you as their manager might know some more information that they might not know. Sometimes your boss might tell you, hey, you know what, this project is not that important anymore. Again, that's where you can tell them, you know what, don't stress out about this one. Let's put this on the back burner. I think this one has become a higher priority. Step 5 is what we call the agreement phase. Folks, it doesn't matter what you say. Okay, it matters what your employees hear. This is extremely important. It does not matter what you say. What really matters is what they're hearing. So what I want you to do is I want you to double check with your employees on alignment. I want you to ask them, hey, Jack, are we clear? Hey, Jack, do you have any questions? Hey, Jack, can I be helpful? Right? So get them to align with you. Take your time in this step to make sure both of you are on the same page. There you have it. Folks, the goal here is to build alignment. The goal is to make sure that both you and your direct reports are on the same page when it comes to priorities. The goal is to help your employees get better at prioritizing. And the goal is obviously for you to coach them to get there. I hope this was a useful video for you. If you liked the video, please hit subscribe so others can see it as well. I will see you tomorrow.